and welcome back to Root Double. Now, when we last left off, we died horribly. Several times. So, we need to go back here. And now it's this point in time where we need to decrease our senses and be reckless. Because there is AD in here. We need to get it. Pitch black smoke spread, sending a striking pain through his eyes. Great, so not only do I have to hold my breath, but now I'm against fire? If there was any AD in there, he had to get it now, or it would be incinerated. Watase could very well lose his life for real, searching in a place like this. Oh, Watase's heart let out a scream. Can't hold out much longer. Can I make it? Can't do it. Just no way can be done. Uh-oh. Watase turned his back on the room. Just as he was about to leave. 5 faces flashed through his mind. God damn it. Watase clenched his fist as he stood the lethal gas. Is this? He had 4 more ampules of AD. 4 people would be exposed to radiation if he didn't find some quickly. I don't want to let anyone die. He held his ground and turned back. Then ran into the room while cursing himself for his moment of weakness. Do I need to bottom out my senses? Oh, just then he spotted a medical box in a gap between the flames. Is there anything in it? Watase ran over to the box and opened it up. Inside were 5 ampules of AD. They're here. Watase grabbed the box and took it with him. But he then hit his limit. Watase's consciousness started fading from oxygen deprivation. It hurts. Then as his body thirsted for air, the dam within him finally broke down. A second later, shit. And yeah, okay. Well, that didn't work. Shit. Ahem, I got my shit backwards here. Let's not do that. Let's go all the way back up. No, I can do this. Watase steeled his resolve and stood his ground. Wiped his tears and looked around carefully. And soon enough, he spotted a medical box in the gap between the flames. Was there anything in it? He frantically ran over to the box. Inside of it were 5 ampules of AD. Yes, they're here. Watase grabbed the box and took it with him, then mustered his strength and fled from the room. He didn't have any strength left. His consciousness was fading from oxygen deprivation. His feet were as heavy as lead, and tears filled his eyes, distorting his line of sight. Damn it, I've hit my limit. Watase walked through the darkness, still holding his breath. Let me get this AD to everyone, if nothing else. He leaned against the wall and fumbled his way down the hall. Before long, his hand came into contact with something soft. A hand? Someone's hand was firmly gripping Watase's. Watase wiped his tears and looked in front of him. Kazumi was standing there. Tachibana. He called out to her in a voice that wasn't a voice. Kazumi also wordlessly replied to him. She appeared to have said, Captain. Kazumi lent Watase her shoulder, then broke off into a mad dash. He reached the room with a ladder and practically dived into it. Both of them took deep breaths once the door was closed. Watase took out the AD he'd retrieved as he continued to pant.
それよりほら AD これでみんな助かるぞ
Kazumi gave him a pointed look.
すまないお前にはまた心配をかけちまったな
I was reckless, but in this case it was justified. Watase was prepared to face another scolding from her. Instead, Kazumi gave him a sweet smile.
もう本当に無茶ばかりして。
叱らないのか。
英雄的な行動は推奨できませんが、今回の功績は認めざるを得ないでしょう。
See?
そうなのか。よかった。
We were justified and Kazumi knows it.
ね、
Kazumi said that, and held her hand out to Watase. It's right at that moment that Kazumi's watch alarm went off. Hey, hey!
AD 投与の時間です。上に行きましょう。
Take yours first.
あ
Watase took Kazumi's hand and climbed up the ladder. Soon enough, they reached the engine room. Jun, Yuri, and Enna were already lying there, and Okita was sitting next to them.
よし。皆に AD を投与してやろう。
手分けしましょう。3本こちらへ。
Watase and Kazumi soon began injecting everyone. First Jun, then Okita, then Enna, then Yuri, and last they injected themselves.
次、バイタルチェックします。
Kazumi then removed her vital checker and wrapped it around everyone's wrists one by one. Watase watched with bated breath as she checked everyone's blood pressure and temperature. Went for her to finish and start speaking with relieved tone of voice.
チェック終了。全員条件付きでクリーン。皆さん、気を失っていますが、すぐに回復すると思います。
That is indeed a relief. Watase then breathed a huge sigh of relief.
みんな無事でよかった。
ええ、しばらく休んでいれば大丈夫そうです。
解毒剤とかは必要ないのか。
酸欠空気は人体に極めて有害ですが、毒性はありませんからね。新鮮な空気を吸っていれば大丈夫です。
Yeah, it's not a poison, it's just a lack of oxygen. Oxygen's very damaging, but as long as you're breathing, taking oxygen back in, you'll be okay.
よし。じゃあ立花はみんなを見ていてくれ。俺は今のうちに消化システムとやらを起動させてくる。
でも、それってどこにあるんでしょう。こうもごちゃごちゃしてると。
Kasumi examined her surroundings. I'm assuming it's the big numbered tank-like things. Just as she'd said, there were various sized pipes and pieces of equipment strewn all over the place. It was difficult to tell where anything was here.
何か見取り図のようなものはないか。
He looked around with that thought in mind and eventually spotted a machine with a small monitor on it located by the ladder.
あれは
Watase and Kazumi ran up to the machine and found the following written on the screen. Is this Battletoads? No, it's engine room engineer terminal menu. Electronics manual screen, work management screen, editing screen. Appears they were electronics manuals for the staff who supervise the engine room. Editing screen? Can we edit the sprinkler systems and rename them Watase decided to tap the electronics manual bar first, causing the contents of the screen to change. Electronics manual screen menu. WX particle amplifier operation manual. Filtering mechanism maintenance manual. Force circulation pump maintenance manual. Plumbing maintenance inspection manual. Switchboard operation manual. Dry suppressor operations manual. Fully automatic dusters maintenance / operation manual. ...
どういう内容なのかがよくわからないな。
この WX 粒子増幅器運用マニュアルというのは
WX particle. Kazumi pressed that section, changing the screen yet again. Oh, hello. WX amplifier operation manual. It drew up a graph of a cylindrical machine, along with the manual's table of contents. This document is instruction manual for the WX amplifier. Due to the fact that there is great danger involved in its operation, please read the manual carefully before you proceed. There wasn't anything important listed in it. What?
消化システムとは関係ないみたいですね。
It says very dangerous. I want to know more.
そう。消化システムのマニュアルはないのか。
Watase tried to fiddle around with the screen some more, but then...
待て。
Ah, thank you. Okita called out in a pained voice as he kept sitting on the floor. Someone who knows what he's doing.
沖田さん、大丈夫なのか。 ああ、なんとかね。
Kida stood up and shook his head.
それより消火システムの場所なら僕が知ってる。入所当時ここに見学しに来たことがあるからね。向こうの奥の方だ。案内しよう。そうか、助かるよ。
ではお手数ですがお願いします。
Kida nodded and started walking on unsteady feet. Watase followed him with a similar stumble in his steps. We're all just a bit oxygen deprived. Kida weaved his way through the gaps between the labyrinth of pipes. Watase followed close by, making sure Kida didn't lose his balance. Kida pointed further down the path toward an object that had come into view.
確かあの大きなタンクが消火剤の詰まっているタンクだ。水や窒素ガスなども詰まっている。窒素ガス？消火作用があるんだよ。例えばブレインセルがあるような場所では水を使用できないだろ。
Would not be ideal, no.
なるほどな。じゃああのやたら太いパイプは何なんだ？
Aren't fire suppressants in areas with sensitive electronics like server rooms usually just the sorts of chemicals that just sap all the oxygen from the air? Which is why you really don't wanna be in the same room when one of those go off. And which is why they also have manual delay buttons, so you can leave before they go off, so you don't get trapped inside a server room while they are going off. Hold the button and it stops, resets the countdown and such. So yeah, water will be a problem, so you just spray shit that sucks the oxygen right out of the air. Oop, real thick pipe. Next to the tank was a thick pipe that crossed near the engine room ceiling.
あれは確か原子炉の冷却水用のパイプだったかな。近くにある湖から水を取っているんだ。
Oh.
湖か。
Lake Rokume. Idea suddenly flashed through Watase's head.
そうだ、浮田さん。あのパイプの中を伝って湖まで脱出できないかな。
We would drown. Even if we could.
なぜ？冷却水用のパイプだと言ったろ。あのパイプの中には水が高速で循環している。パイプ内に入るために穴を開けたりしたら凄まじい勢いで水が溢れ、この地下部分が丸ごと水没してしまう。全員死ぬぞ。
Yeah.
そうか。水の流れを止める方法は？
And make all of our problems even more worse.
わからんが、仮にあったとしてもどのみち脱出は不可能だ。湖までの距離は約500メートル。息を止めたままそこまで行くつもりかね。じゃあ空気ボンベを使えば？それは実にいい考えだ。全員分のボンベとマスクがどこかにあるならね。まあそれがあったとしても、冷却に使われた水は原子炉の熱で熱されている。確か50度以上だったかな。耐えられる暑さではないよ。
Nice idea, but here's 500 ways why it's fucked. So it really was impossible to escape through the pipe, in many ways. Watase's shoulders slumped in disappointment.
そうか。いいアイディアだと思ったんだが。残念ながらパイプからの脱出なんて案は僕だって真っ先に考えたさ。だが今までそれを口にしなかったのはそもそも不可能だからだ。だいたいこの辺りの話は隊長さんには記憶を失う前にも説明したはずだがね。
Very likely. Those sarcastic words hit too close to home. Too soon, bro.
そうなのか。
Too soon.
悪いがそのことも全く覚えていない。だとしたら記憶の混濁なんてレベルではないな。何も覚えていないのかね。君が地下に降りてきた理由も救助すべき人の名も。
Serious, Akita. It's very serious.
立花が言うには時間とともに記憶が戻ってくるらしいが、なかなかな。
Akita went quiet. Looked at Watase with a somewhat doubtful expression. As it was only natural for Ukita to be that way, Watase continued.
残念ながらこれ本当のことなんだ。頼りないレスキュー隊長ですまない。
Well.
じゃあ君はさっきそんな状態だというのに危険を冒してまでみんなの分の AD を取りに行ったわけか。
Yeah.
ああ、今の俺にできることはそう多くないからな。
That feels like an obvious choice of, yeah, okay, I trust him, he's got a reason to be that way. Or, dude, what the fuck, chill.
記憶がなくても体力はある。知識がない分体を動かさなきゃと思ってさ。ガスよりも放射線が怖いというわけかね。
Yeah.
そりゃな、 AD が足りなくなるのが一番怖いだろう。だけどガスの中駆けずり回ったおかげでどうにかまた1時間生きながらえたぞ。
Ukita stared at Watase for a while, but eventually settled for a snort.
それは確かに大したものだな。
It's not like I'm grateful for anything.
礼を言っておくよ。ありがとう。
Oh. I am grateful.
なんだよ急に。おっさんに褒められてもそんなに嬉しくはないぞ。おっさんって僕はまだ35だぞ。君とそう年も変わらないじゃないか。
Oh wow, you're already a silver fox.
そういえば
And you're only 35.
おっさん同士力を合わせて女の子たちを助けていこうぜ。
Now that's a fucking surprise. That was a bit rude. He felt feelings of kinship toward Ukita welling up inside of him when he called the latter old man. That term felt like it naturally suited Ukita, probably because his appearance and white hair made him look much older than he actually was. Ukita didn't particularly seem to mind, however he suddenly came to a stop.
おっと、着いたぞ。これだ。
As he looked and saw that there were countless valves next to the tank.
何かの理由でこれらのバルブが閉ざされてたらしいな。やっぱ点検でもしてたのか。今となってはわからんね。ともかくこれを解放すれば消火システムは復帰するはずだ。よし、おっさん手伝ってくれ。
After that exchange, Watase and Ukita turned the valves one after another. The tank began to grow, and the pipes connected to it all started vibrating all at once.
よし、これで問題はなさそうだな。これで N エリアの火災も収まってくれればいいんだが。いや、残念ながらあの場所の消火システムはこことは別系統のようなんだ。
Oh, great.
そうか。
But just having the fires in the other areas all taken care of was more than enough.
とりあえずこのことをみんなに報告するか。いや、僕はしばらくここに留まって正常に運転してるか確認しておこう。すまないな。頼むよ。
Watase then parted ways with Ukita and head back to Kazumi. When I got back to the latter area, Kazumi called out to him.
あ、おかえりなさい、隊長。
Well, this is charming music. I'll leave Jun's affection at max. Yuri was still lying on the floor, but Jun and Anna were already up and about. Yeah, that was just a Jun choice.
おう、二人とも復活したのか。
世話かけたわね。隊長、面目ない。勇ましく出て行った直後に倒れるなんてとんだ恥さらしだよ。
何言ってんだ。お前のおかげでゲートを開けられたんだぜ。面目ないなんてことねえよ。
Praise our junior.
そう。
そうさ、胸を張れよ。
Yeah, you had no way of knowing what you were going to step into, and you had to do the thing. And just that in itself, it's no surprise.
今日の隊長、なんか優しいな。
It's no surprise you succumbed to it. You weren't expecting it. A smile rose to Jun's pale face. Kazumi also seemed relieved.
そう。おかげさまで AD も手に入れることができましたしね。AD 見つかったの？
ああ、お前たちが気絶しているうちに投与もしておいたよ。
よか
かった。これでひとまず安心だね。
We still need to get next hour's dose, but
消化システムもどうやら再起動できたようだし。
ああ、これで火にやられる危険性は激減するぞ。
それに下界の火元が鎮火されればやがて普通に歩けるようになるでしょう。
finally.
で、消化と換気が終わるまでどのくらいかかるのかしら。
どうでしょう。10分くらいはかかると思いますが。
That's not so bad. It was a bit troubling that they were stuck here for a while, but now that I think about it, all of us must be tired. Someone with a body like Watase's was tired. It was probably worse for everyone else.
じゃあ、有利の意識も回復してないことだし、それまで休憩にしないか。
そうですね。どうせ身動き取れませんし。
賛成。
And so the group decided to take a rest while the sprinkler system did its work. Watase, Kazumi, Jun, and Anna sat in a circle on the floor. No sooner had they done so than did 2 hours worth of fatigue hit them all simultaneously, bringing a collective sigh from the group. When Watase breathed, a faint ache throbbed in his ribs that had been injured in the flashover earlier. They've been hurting for a while. Are they cracked? The group had been accumulating not just fatigue, but injuries as well.
森部に先生、体の調子はどうだ？
ちょっと指先がしびれるけど平気だよ。私ももう少し休んだら問題なさそうだわ。
立花は？
私も問題ありません。例の肌がしびれるような感覚等も AD を投与したら消えました。
そうか、何よりだ。
Yeah. Which meant that it really had been radiation exposure that was responsible for the bad shape she'd been in lately.
AD の効果ってのはやっぱかなり高いみたいだね。即座に効果が出るなんてさ。
You're not wrong.
いくらなんでも早く効きすぎですけどね。体調不良も薬の効用もどちらも気のせいかもしれません。いわゆるプラシーボというやつかと。
Well, that's kind of scary thought. I mean, if it actually has the impact of protecting from radiation, then that's a hell of a placebo.
でも AD はあった方がいいぞ。
Watase glanced at his Procyon and said that the reading had gone up again.
見ろ、現在3090ミリシーベルト。遠からず第一危険基準値の4000ミリシーベルトを超えそうだ。
That's troubling.
そうなるとますます AD が重要になってきますね。チェルノブイリ原発事故の際にも4000ミリシーベルト以上の環境下で自己処理作業を行った人がいたそうです。その環境下にいた作業員の死亡率は一説には 100% と。
Everyone's faces froze over.
AD がない時代の話とはいえ 100% か。だんだん感覚が麻痺してきてるけど、普通に考えたらものすごい放射線の中にいるのよね。
Absolutely.
テンカー君たち AD を持っていればいいけど。
先生、そう焦るなよ。空のメディカルケースや使用済みの AD があったってことは、彼らは彼らで AD を入手している可能性が高いってことさ。
そうだよ、椿山さん。急ぎすぎても危険なだけだよ。今はまず体を休めよう。そうよね。
Yeah, all's well. Anna gave a weary smile. She'd usually been so sharp-tongued, but now, perhaps the result of her own fatigue catching up with her, she seemed to have calmed down.
椿山さん、本当はかなり辛いのではありませんか？
正直それなりにね。走り詰めで疲れが溜まってきてるし、さらに弱音を吐いちゃうと朝から何も食べてないからちょっとお腹も空いてきたわ。
That is the other consideration of being trapped here for so long. Watase then noticed its own hunger. He didn't know when the last time he'd eaten was, but his stomach felt empty.
でも俺は空腹より乾きの方がきつい。火や煙にいぶされつつ走ったり飛んだりで喉がもうカラカラだ。
そうね。どこかで水を探したいわね。
いえ、やめた方がいいでしょう。
なぜ？
I mean, look at the Prokian.
この施設内にある水はすでに放射能汚染されている可能性が高いです。そんなものを飲んだら体の内側から被爆しますよ。
マジかよ。
内部被爆って言うんだよ。そうなったらさすがに AD でも被爆を防げなくなっちゃうかもだよ。
Yeah, that's not ideal. That meant they'd have to go without even drinking while they were here. It'd be another 7 hours at most. That thought was quite disheartening, to say the least.
もうどうしてこんなことに。昨日までは平穏の中にいたのに、人生一寸先は闇ね。
Dark clouds of depression began gradually shrouding all those there. Jun quickly spoke up in a cheery voice as if to blow them all away.
ねえ、椿山さん、暗い話はやめようよ。私たちが必ず椿山さんも生徒たちも助けるからさ。
Oh,
ごめんなさい。ちょっと弱気になっていたみたい。もしこんなところで死んでしまったらなんて思うと。
やめろよ。縁起でもない。
yeah.
そんなことを言ってはダメですよ。弱気は危険を倍化させます。
It just snowballs out of control the moment you open the door.
まったくだよ。ここで誰かを死なせるつもりなんて私にはさらさらないからね。
強いのね。3人とも。
Of course. Anna hung her head down and quietly muttered that.
ごめんなさい。今までいろいろ失礼なことを言って。あなたたち、さすがはレスキュー隊だわ。私は何の役にも立たないくせに口ばかり達者で。
I mean, you're not so bad yourself. I'll leave it like this.
いや、いいんだよ、気にしないで。
ええ、誰であれこんな状況に置かれたら気が立つのは当然です。
You're not entirely undeserving of praise, Anna. You're holding up in all this stress and madness.
でもこれからは皆さんの言うことを聞くようにするわ。
それがいいな。喧嘩ばっかしてるよりこうして仲良くしてる方が嬉しいよ。
Yeah.
そう。
ほら、俺なんか気が弱いからさ。女の子同士の喧嘩とか。
Watase.
何情けないこと言ってるのよ。
うわぁ、普段の体調からは絶対出てこないような言葉だ。
そんな一面もあったんですね。
Everyone chuckled at Watase's light-hearted joke. Tension finally appeared to be loosening up.
まあなんだ。どうせするなら明るい話をしようぜ。
明るい話？そんな材料があるかしら。
あ、一個あるよ。体調について見直したこと。
Whoa, hey. Eh?
取れたてのネタだよ。さっきはかっこよかったね、隊長。
さっきとは？
Eh?
私とユーリちゃんを背負ってガスの中を走った時さ。
なんだ、意識あったのか。
Eh.
うっすらとね。しかし隊長らしからぬ熱い行動だったね。
Oh.
私も覚えてるわ。立花さんに2人背負ってくださいって言われた時、間髪入れず任せろって言ってたわね。
Oh.
そりゃ考えてる時間がなかったから。
Is it? I wonder. I remember that being a senses choice, where one of those things where if I max it out, then I do it right away. And if I don't, then I have some doubts and eventually do it. I wonder if I had some doubts if I'd be getting this scene. If I didn't max out my senses in that original part, if this would be different.
謙遜しないで。男らしくて素敵だったわよ。
Yeah. Well, as I felt a bit taken aback by someone calling him incredible right to his face.
なんだよ、急に手のひら返したように。最初は頼りないとか言ってたじゃないか。
そういう人がいざという時に頑張ったりすると余計に素敵に見えるものでしょ。
Oh, well then.
そのな。
あら照れちゃって。いい年なのに結構純情なのね。
Uh-oh. Watase is gonna get his memory back and go, oh, what happened while I was gone?
はあ、何椿山さん。それってもしかして体調口説いてんの？
Well.
さあ、どうかしらね。
And his giggle made it impossible to tell what she was truly feeling. Still, I'm sure she doesn't mean wrong. Watase was probably smiling at that thought, for Kasumi gave him a sharp glare.
隊長、任務中に矢に下がらないでください。みっともない。
みっともない。
We're still. Hey, we're off the clock right now, Kasumi. Give me a little break.
あら、厳しいのね、橘さん。
Just give me this one thing here.
そう、超厳しいんだよね。特に男には。そのせいでせっかくこんな美人なのにいまいちモテないんだよ。
余計なお世話ですよ。
Oh no! What is this? I support you, Kasumi.
で
100%.
ももったいない話ね。綺麗で凛々しくて有能で。
Oh no.
私が男なら放っておかないのにね。
Oh no, are we gonna flirt with Kasumi now?
椿山さんも森部のヨタ話に乗らないように。
Oh no, we're gonna join in on this now. A thought suddenly crossed Watase's mind as he heard that conversation. Oh no. True, she really is beautiful. I mean, you're not wrong. Just like Jun had said, she definitely had a harsh attitude to her that could turn men away. But I mean, it's necessary for her profession. You can understand why in this situation, he had a hard time imagining what Kasumi was like in her day-to-day life. Wonder what she looks like in normal clothes. Though I'd say her uniform suits her better than any fashionable clothes or accessories ever could. Watase suddenly remembered something at that moment. Oh, yeah, speaking of accessories. Watase reached into his pocket and pulled out the locket with a broken chain. Spotted it and picked it up by chance when Kasumi saved him back in Area 3. Gotta give this back to her. Watase pinched the locket as he thought this. Opened up when he did. It opened up when he did, revealing a photo inside. Oh? It was a picture of a sour-faced man with a somewhat stern look in his eyes. Who's this guy? Something about his face pisses me off for some reason. Watase pondered this.
隊長、そのロケット、どうして隊長が？
ああ、すまん。ちょい前に拾ったんだが、渡すの忘れて。
Oh! Oh, Kasumi. Kasumi snatched the locket away from Watase before he had even had time to say anything.
なんか見たんですね。
Red Senses choice appears. Game over. It seems like Kasumi might be spoken
そ
for.
んなに怒ることないだろう。彼氏の写真なんて減るもんじゃないんだし。
え、彼氏の写真？
Uh-oh.
興味深いわね。見せてもらってもいいかしら。
Uh-oh.
ダメです。断固拒否します。
あらお堅い。っていうかロケットとは古風ね、橘さん。
It's cute.
昔から下げてるものだからね。お姉ちゃんのトレードマークだよ。
Oh. Oh, okay, now we're back. Kasumi furrowed her eyebrows at that last part.
森部、任務中は副隊長と呼ぶようにといつも言っているでしょ。
今、お姉ちゃんって言ったか。
Oh, was a cute little character scene.
姉妹には見えないし、名字も違うけど。
はあ、私たち家が近所でさ、子供の頃からの付き合いなんだよ。
That's
とはい
fair.
え公私混同はやめなさいと言っているのですが。
いいじゃん、休憩中くらい。ね、お姉ちゃん。
だからやめなさいというのに。
Cosby gave an exasperated sigh, and the rest of the group laughed. It's the first time since they'd arrived at this facility. No, it's the first time since Watase woke up that they'd ever had a moment of peace. That tranquility didn't last long. The sound of Okita's voice soon brought them all back to reality.
おーいみんな、消火システムは正常運転中だ。そろそろ階下に降りても大丈夫そうだぞ。
I don't like that scene title. Watase looked over to see Okita running towards the rest of them. At that very moment, Yuri's eyes opened.
あれ、ここどこ？
I mean, sure, why not?
よかった。気がついたみたいよ。
There's gonna be some cases. Wow, I forgot to save. There's gonna be some cases where, like, not keeping this at the max is gonna actually be the positive result, but Yuri sat up and looked around in confusion. Didn't appear there was anything wrong with her body.
ガスを吸って倒れたんだよ。でももう大丈夫だからな。
隊長、ゆうりちゃんを背負って走ったんだよ。覚えてない？
Yuri looked back and forth between Watase and Jun with a bewildered look on her face.
ありがとうございました。
And nervously thanked them.
いや、なんてことないさ。ユーリもモリベも軽かったからな。それよりユーリ、歩けそうか？
はい、大丈夫そうです。
ではユーリさんが目覚めたところで今後のことを話しましょう。
Oh, back to business. Cosby took out a PDA and began her explanation.
まず我々の現在位置がここ、そしてそこのはしごを降りた部屋が地下1階第3エリア外周棟のこの部屋です。ラボ内の火災が消えたことで捜索は安全になり、行動範囲も多少広がりましたが、火災がひどかったエリアでは AD も消失している可能性が高いです。
確かに。でもそりゃちょっとまずいな。
We're down to only one AD ampule right now. It almost searched the entirety of areas 1 to 4.
第5エリアに捜索範囲を広げたいが、カードがないんだよな。
そう。相変わらずレベル5のセキュリティカードが見つかってません。我々の行動範囲は第4エリアまでです。
まだ未捜索のところに行ってカードを探す？
未捜索のところというと、
Watase touched the PDA, causing the screen's display to switch.
まずこのすぐ下、さっきまでガスが充満していた外周棟か。
あそこは焦って捜索したからカードがあるかまでは確認してませんね。
あとはルイーズちゃんと遭遇した第4エリア外周棟地下2階かな。
That's probably still unsafe radiation levels.
内周棟はもう汚染されてたからな。探すとしたらその2箇所か。
可能性は薄いかもしれないけど、やってみるしかないわね。
ですね。
だが可能性もそこまで薄くはないんじゃないかね。
I'm really wondering how this, if we're actually gonna last the whole remaining 7 hours of the lockdown. It seems like things have escalated really far. Like we're almost at the point of unsafe radiation level. Unsafe radiation exposure. And we're only like 2 hours into the game.
第4エリアになら普段第5エリアに出入りしていた研究員もいたかもしれない。あの避難のどさくさでセキュリティカードを置き忘れていった研究員が1人くらいいてもおかしくないさ。そうか。
And there was still hope. Starting up the sprinkler system was nothing more than a way of increasing the search field. In the end, it didn't change that the group needed to find survivors and AD, and also a level 5 card to progress onward toward and an exit.
それでは皆さん、病み上がりに恐縮ですが、
もう一丁行きますか。
ええ。
Three survivors all gave a firm nod. Everyone's probably getting exhausted. No one showed any sign of that on their faces. It seemed the prior incident had managed to bring the group closer together.
だけどみんな無理はするなよ。やばかったら言ってくれ。
心配ご無用よ。
Yeah, now we get to actually look at the map. Alright. Group headed toward the ladder while feeling a sense of trust behind those words. They went out into the hall to find that all the fire, smoke, and gas were now gone.
排水も終わってるし、もう問題ないようだな。まずはこのエリアでカードを探そう。
皆さん、一応ガスなどに気をつけてください。少しでも異臭を感じたら退避するように願います。
Everyone nodded. Group split up and began searching the area. Ooh. Then Jun spoke up.
待って隊長、火が出てた部屋がどこかわかる？
ああ、あの奥の部屋だが。
じゃあその部屋の捜索に付き合ってもらえるかな。万が一のことがあるから安全を確認したいし。
Oh? Watase could feel a slight hint of nervousness in Jun's voice. Well, it hasn't been that long since she fainted. And maybe the reason she was trying to be so proactive was in order to get rid of the fears she still felt from that incident. Once he realized what she was thinking, Watase nodded.
ああ、だが気をつけていこう。まだガスが残ってるかもしれないしな。
了解。
Watase and Jun fired themselves up and went into the room. It had completely burned to a crisp. Jun looked around the scorched room and quietly spoke.
火は完全に消えてるみたいだけど。
これじゃカードがあっても焼けちまってるか。
Watase was about to leave the room, but spotted some documents at his feet before he could. It was sopping wet from the sprinkler's extinguishing agent, so the letters were blurred. You could still read the word disaster on the front.
これは
何？
Watase and Jun picked it up and drew their heads close so they could look over it together. Labo Fire Incident, July 10th, 2021. All relevant parties are most likely already aware of the fire that occurred in this facility 3 days ago. July 7th, 2021. Although the worst possible outcome was averted in the last moment, there were inadequacies found in multiple sectors. The document contains a compilation of the problems hinted at by the incident. The cause of the fire, of Senior Fellow S. S had been appointed as an administrator of... As a result, he had quite a great number of opportunities to come into contact with the research results. About 3 months later, S. took the power generator and gasoline stored, set them all on fire and intentionally caused the, he also, It's nothing more than a guess, seeing, it's quite high. Furthermore, these research results, it's designated as N amongst, Also, while this is not directly... 2 children infiltrated the facility on the day of the incident at a most unfortunate time. for children to have found and exploited a hole in our security. This is quite frankly the epitome of carelessness for our security systems, and 2 more lives were lost as a result. We must all learn a lesson from this incident. Strengthening security alone doesn't guarantee us any safer whatsoever. There's an urgent need to have the specifications of a case N reviewed and for the security systems to be enhanced. Otherwise, we may foresee yet another repeat of this tragedy. And Biological Organization Security Chief Isao Kawada appeared to be a record regarding a fire that happened in this facility in the past.
2021年
Jun muttered that in a grim voice.
確か今年は2030年だったな。
うん。今から9年前の話だね。
こんな火災あったかどうか覚えてるか？
私は当時小学生だったけど。
Yeah.
確か子供が亡くなったんだよ。火事自体よりその後の騒ぎの方が印象的だったな。
その後の騒ぎって？
その子は病院に搬送された後で亡くなったんだけど、当初はスキャンダラスに報道されたんだ。
Oh.
死因は被爆によるものなんじゃないか。火災がきっかけで放射能漏れでも起こしたんじゃないかってさ。
Oh.
何？
まあ、そんなのは一部の人間が騒いだだけで、すぐに報道も噂も収束したけど、子供が亡くなったことは確かだからね。
そう考えると辛いな。
うん。2021年はひどい年だったんだね。
Well, that's terrifying, considering how 2020 is going so far. Jun looked back at the report.
最悪の事態は回避できたってことは、その時はケース N は発生しなかったんだろうけど。
結局悲劇が繰り返されてるんじゃねえかよ。
Yeah, that's suspicious. Watase and Jun's voices were tinged with bitterness. Security systems must never have been enhanced.
だったらせめて今回はこれ以上犠牲者を出さないようにしてやろうぜ。
だね。必ずみんなを助けて、私たちも脱出しよう。
Hell yeah. Watase and Jun nodded at each other and left the room. The thought crossed Watase's mind as he ran through the Area 4 connecting passageway. Moribe is absolutely right. Just because the sprinkler system's finally on doesn't mean the survivors are safe. They'd been in an area that had been on fire up until a few minutes ago. There's a big chance they'd already burned to death. The fear of being cornered by flames had now been replaced with the fear that the flames had already cornered someone else. Just hope the survivors escaped to Area 5. If nothing else, I hope that we can at least find a card in Area 4. Just to finally go to into a new area only to find bodies. Yeah, I'd rather not have that outcome. Everyone else was probably thinking the same thing. The group said nothing and continued running down the halls. They soon arrived at B2 of Area 4's outer ring. The hole had been horribly damaged from the flashover that had scorched it earlier. Rokyun's alarm beeped. It's reading at 5,322 millisivil. As long as they had AD in their system, all of them could probably handle that level.
通路はひどいありさまですが、各部屋の中はきっと無事のはずです。大部屋と通路、それからエレベーターホール、そのあたりを手分けして探しましょう。
内周島は汚染区域だけど、
ここで見つからなかったらやむを得ないかもしれません。その際は私が捜索を行います。
何言ってんだ立花。お前は満足に AD を投与してない状態で1時間も過ごしてたんだぞ。
Oh, okay, so it's that kind of choice. I mean, to be fair, you get that context from it if you go to literally the last possible line you have to enter that choice, but...
累積被曝量もやばい数値になってるはずだ。少しは体のことを考えろ。 汚染区域に行くなら俺が行ってやる。
隊長、
Oh.
わかりました。とにかく今は外周島の捜索に専念しましょう。
Was that a smile of he's finally learning how this stuff works? Kasumi then began rapidly issuing off orders.
隊長と椿山さんは通路とエレベーターホールをお願いします。それ以外の方々は私と共に大部屋を捜索しましょう。
俺と先生だけでいいのか？
ええ、そろそろ隊長も慣れてきたかと思いますので。
Ah,
わかったわ。了解よ。
Kasumi had a point. Two people were probably enough to just take care of the hallways and elevator hall. Watase and Anna immediately got to searching the outer ring. They silently walked through the hallway. Normally loud-mouthed Anna was surprisingly quiet. Another bad thought hit Watase's mind as the silence took hold of him. What if they looked around a corner while searching for a card, and instead found only a burnt corpse? Watase just stood there, stricken by that thought. Dumbass, stop thinking stupid shit like that. However, he couldn't rid his mind of that horrid fantasy. He and Anna finished searching the hallway and headed on over to the elevator hall. They approached the door.
あら、何かしら、この匂い。
Anna sniffed the air.
ほら、どこかから美味しそうな匂いが。
Oh, I don't like this. Regret. Anna's face had frozen over before she could finish. Just then, Watase's nose took hold of that smell. Burnt flesh. His mouth started watering and his stomach started rumbling. Both conditioned reflexes to that particular scent. Watase was shuddering. Because there's something delicious that he and Anna were smelling. It's the scent of grilled meat. No, please no. The smell was wafting in from behind the door to the elevator hall. Don't tell me that smell is... Watase opened the door with hands that were shaking like crazy. And spotted the source of the smell. Hollow gasps escaped from Watase and Anna's mouths. Their hunger instantly turned to nausea. Legs burned to charcoal. Melted body fat dripping to the floor. A horribly charred protection suit. Fire axe gripped firmly in his hand. Rescue squad equipment. He didn't recognize their face. He could tell with a glance. This was their other squad mate who went to the basement. Yama.
Yama!
A scream burst out from deep within his lungs.
Yama! Oi! Yama!
I don't think he's going to answer. Watase ran over to him and called him his name, but naturally the body didn't even twitch. He'd already known from the moment he'd seen him, that it was far too late. Watase then heard voices and footsteps rapidly approaching from behind.
どうしました？
Watase's scream had sent Kasumi and Jun running over. He paid them no heed and touched Yama's body. Tell how rigid the latter was, even through the protection suit.
ダメだ。もう死んでる。
Watase's proclamation was followed by cries of grief.
そんな檜山先輩まで。
I could hear Jun's tearful voice echoing behind him. Watase couldn't feel sad. He just searched Yama's body with gloomy clouds shrouding his heart. Yama's legs had been bent into strange shapes at his knees. His legs were broken. He'd probably been trying to escape from the fire to the bitter end. Came across the Inferno in Area 4, got caught on fire, and yet crawled all the way over to the elevator hall, trying to cling on to whatever life he had left. Then breathed his last at this spot.
Hiyama.
Watase lamented at the death of the squadmate he didn't even remember. Next to the body, lying there as if it were Hiyama's last will and testament to his squadmates, was a security card that read level 6. Several minutes later, the group left the elevator hall and gathered in front of it. Kida and Yuri had also been told of Hiyama's death. Anna remained speechless for a while, then barely managed to make out a few words.
残念だったわね。
Kida gazed at Watase as his body shook in fear, then spoke.
こんなことになるなんて。
Yuri said nothing. She just quietly leaned against Jun.
大丈夫だよ、ゆりちゃん。
Jun gently wrapped her arms around Yuri's shoulders, but the look on her face only made Yuri more depressed. Kazumi soon looked at the rest of the group with red eyes, then wrung out her voice and said,
殉職はこの仕事をしている以上避けられないことではあります。
しかし立花、
何も言わないでください、隊長。
God, I never know what the right... Kazumi looked at Watase and spoke.
悲しむのは要救助者を助け外に出てからにします。 だから今は何も。
Her voice shook, and her eyes were filled with sorrow. Watase swallowed the words on the tip of his tongue, and settled for a whisper of an answer instead. When he thought about her feelings, he realized that no words could ever console the pain she had to be going through. Okay, I think that was the right call. It obviously was, since we got a +1 for her. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those cases where max value is say what's on my mind, no matter what. This feels right.
ほら、森部も
Jun spoke in a teary voice after Kazumi called out to her.
だけど、私、現状で同僚を失ったの。今日が初めてなんだよ。それがこんな立て続けに。
分かってます。ですが、ちゃんとしなさい。シリウスに入った時に女は捨てたはずでしょ。
でも、お姉ちゃん。
Jun choked back a sob. Kazumi didn't scold her for calling her sis. Tachibana, Moribe, can't take much more of this. Even the other ever firm and reliable Kazumi was failing to hide the tremors in her voice. Yet here Watase was, not even sad about his co-worker's death. God damn it, I have to say something. Anything he said would just be rubbing salt in his squadmates' wounds. Watase gritted his teeth in frustration. Then Anna whispered into his ear.
何やってるのよ隊長さん。あなたがしっかりしなきゃダメじゃない。
Watase hesitated for a moment, then a thought came to him. That's right, I have to get a hold of myself. To lead Tachibana and Moribe now. Whoa, what? Was he the only one not sad about Hyama's death, who had to lead the group in Kasumi's place? Despite her protest to the contrary, it was clear she was deeply saddened. Anyone would be after losing two squad mates whom they'd held so dear in just one day. She can't show it because she needs to put on a brave face for all the survivors here. Because our mission isn't over yet. What would the survivors think if the rescue squad all broke down in sorrow and grief? Anna, Ukita, and Yuri? They would definitely feel that the situation was hopeless, and will certainly descend into despair. And I have to be strong. Stronger than anyone. Must be stronger than anyone, both as a man and as the captain of the squad. Even if it was a role he knew nothing about. And if he didn't have the confidence in his abilities because of his lack of memories. I am a rescue squad captain. I am Watase Kasasagi, a man who Tachibana and Moribe look up to. Nobody thought that. A raging fire ignited in Watase's heart. A fire that had been lit by Kasumi and Jun's tears, as well as Enna's words.
立花、森部、ちょっといいか。
Two of them walked over to Watase with forlorn footsteps. Watase looked Kasumi dead in the eye and spoke.
リーダー交代だ。ここから先は俺がみんなを率いる。
隊長
Kasumi and Jun couldn't hide their bewilderment.
何？本来の役割に戻るだけだ。お前たちが落ち着くまでの一時的な交代でもいい。もろもろのサジを肩代わりするのでもいい。とにかく少し俺を頼れ。特に立花、お前はいろいろ背負い込みすぎだ。
Kasumi fell quiet in what appeared to be hesitation.
聞けないか？それじゃ命令する。シリウスの隊長としてな。
Watase clicked his heels and spoke in a sharp voice.
原告をもって、立花風見副隊長、森部淳隊員は、笠崎渡瀬隊長の指揮下に入れ。
Those words came about very naturally out of Watase's mouth. There it is. Kasumi and Jun's bodies trembled.
副将
Like that, strength instantly returned to Kasumi and Jun's eyes. They both clicked their heels and replied.
はっ、立花風見副隊長、笠崎渡瀬隊長の指揮下に入ります。
森部淳隊員、隊長の指揮下に入ります。
よろしい。
Ah! Watase smiled and gave them both a pat on the shoulder.
なんてな。まあ形だけのもんだ。基本的には今まで通りで頼む。俺は相変わらずの記憶喪失だしな。でもまあ体力と根性だけは変わってないみたいだから、上下関係気にせずこき使ってくれよ。
He said that in the friendliest voice he could muster in an attempt to relieve their tension. Kasumi responded meekly.
いえ、お願いします。
よし、じゃあせっかく手に入れたレベル6のカード、それを使って前に進もう。檜山が残してくれたんだ。無駄にしちゃいかん。
Jun quietly nodded at that.
そうだね。いつまでも落ち込んではいられないよ。
Jun turned to the others and spoke in a voice brimming with bravado.
火は消えた。カードも見つかった。だからもう第6エリアまで私たちを遮るものはない。
Just the ever-rising radiation levels and the eternal meltdown and fire in Area N that's going to kill us eventually, but yeah, other than that, all's well. Wow, I really only have one tip today. That's just the placebo. A false medicine with no active ingredients, often used in clinical trials to verify the efficacy of a real drug by comparison and contrast. Placebo effect is what happens when somebody takes a placebo under the impression that it's a real drug, but their symptoms improve regardless. In simple terms, the improvement is just their imagination. However, it is true that from ancient times, Japan has had adages like, health starts with the mind, and sickness is mind over matter. The sense of security you get from just taking a medicine is what gives you a positive attitude. That attitude is in turn what lets you overcome the sickness. Does it matter if the medicine is real or not? I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm no medical expert, but I guess if it's a placebo that's actually helping your body show measurable improvements, then you know what? Sure. If it's actually helping you get over a disease, then sure. But if it's like faith healing, naturopathic, mumbo jumbo, fucking woo woo, then that's bullshit. You're getting that scam artistry killing people. Actual medicine. I don't even want to go that far, because you could still make the argument that I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that distinction. It does matter. It does matter. Sure, you can use natural means to boost your immune system. To make yourself healthier, but when it comes down to it, if you're sick, sometimes you just need medicine, and the alternative's not gonna do shit. Serious cases, people need medicine. It's not. People making medicine are trying to help you treat shit that's wrong and get better. It's the fucking billionaire pharmaceutical companies that are ballooning prices off the shit and making everyone suffer for it, but that's a whole other thing. But it's medicine, vaccines, they aren't the devil. They aren't government propaganda. They're fucking vaccines to keep you from getting sick. Medicine is here to help you get better. So you're gonna have, there will be side effects, and it's not always gonna be perfect for everyone. It's this allergy issues to worry about and shit, but it's better than the alternative of being sick. That's my that's all I've got to say about that. Whatever little I actually said in there that made any sense whatsoever. I don't know. I mean, in most cases, I'd trust a scientist. I'd trust a doctor above a politician. That's it. Your health is not a matter of political opinion. Yeah, that's all. That went off the rails real quick. See you next time, everyone. That was a surprisingly pleasant, wholesome episode of We're All Dying from Radiation. See you next time.